30 witnesses. And you know what? I'd get away with it. That's how untouchable I am. That's why all this is just bollocks." "Yeah," said the driver. "That's what the Crays said. Look what happened to them. And that was before CCTV. Foley turned to him, his smile a vicious slash in the streetlight. He snorted. "You're a bundle of laughs tonight, aren't you?" The driver stared straight ahead. "Why would you want to murder someone in a pub on Deansgate?" "I wouldn't, unless they were asking for it, would I?" said Foley. "Then I'd have to, because that's what it is. You cross me, that's what you get." "If they've crossed you, they wouldn't hang around drinking on Deansgate. Then I'd track them down, wouldn't I? Get revenge. They wouldn't get far." "You know what they say about revenge," said the driver. "You go looking for it, you better dig 2 graves. Foley stared at him, then threw back his head and laughed. "Brilliant. Just brilliant. Mick, mate, if I go looking for revenge, I'll need a damn sight more than 2. Mick lapsed back into silence. Foley fidgeted, flicked looks like lit matches all round the lorry park. His gaze came to rest on Mick once more. "Why are you so miserable tonight, anyway?" asked Foley. "It's like watching Man U when Moyes was in charge." Mick sighed, more from professional exasperation than boredom. "Just want everything to go right, that's all." "Everything's cool," said Foley, knee bouncing up and down. "It'll go down fine, why wouldn't it?" Silence once more. Both resisted the urge to check the time. "Hey," said Foley eventually, "just think, if my old man could see me now." He shook his head at the thought. "Sitting in some shitty lorry park in Stretford. He'd love that." "No, you prick. If he could see what I've done, you know, built, achieved, one of the most successful businessmen in the Northwest, if not the country, respected. And I've done it all myself, haven't I?" Mick nodded. "You have, Dean. Yeah, I have. If he could see what I've achieved, he'd still be a miserable bastard." Foley stared at Mick, the smile falling sharply away, eyes as hard as stone. No one talks ill of Foley's father, everyone knew that. Foley might have hated him, but that didn't give anyone else the right to join in. He was still Foley's father. Mick didn't know which way the situation would go. He thought he was close enough to Foley, but the man was so unpredictable that he could have made a misstep. He tried to smile his way out of it. "Well, he would be," said Mick. "You know he would." Foley kept staring. Mick tried to shrug. "Just you and me here, Dean." Gradually, the harshness left Foley's eyes and the smile reappeared. He started to laugh, building up to a roar, the kind of coarse, loud laughter you only hear in films when the bad guy tries to convince everyone he's a decent human being with emotions like everyone else. Mick smiled along. "Oh," said Foley eventually, mirth subsiding. "Good one, Mick. Good one." Mick looked to the front, knowing he had dodged a bullet. Through the windscreen he saw activity. "They're here, boss." An articulated lorry with a shipping container payload was turning into the park, headlights temporarily blinding them, playing along the buildings, making the shadows give up their secrets. Foley's team suddenly visible. Mick saw the cars too, 4x4s like the one they were in. Predatory, darkling beetles waiting to pounce. Dotted between buildings, waiting, filled with Foley's men. Mick looked through the windscreens, knowing them all by name. Then, heart jumping, saw one person in a passenger seat who shouldn't have been there. "What's she doing here?" he said, pointing at the vehicle that had slipped back into darkness once the headlights moved on. "Who?" said Foley. "That girl in the front seat over there. What's she doing here?" "Oh, Haley. Yeah, she's a good girl. Been proving very useful to the team. Very useful." Another kind of smile, the kind that turned Mick's stomach. "She shouldn't be here. She's—" "Hey, what's your problem?" said Foley.